the graduating students procession headed by the student council members Kashish Gandhi and Ashish Mishra. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you to the 7th Convocation ceremony of SVKM's NMIMS School of Business Management, Indore. We appreciate you being here to celebrate the significant occasion with us. I am Dr. Monica Bhatia, your host for the event and faculty, School of Business Management, Indore. A convocation ceremony is a truly special once-in-a-lifetime event. We kindly ask you to turn off your mobile phones and take this time to fully immerse yourself in the joy of this special occasion. Please be aware that this event is being documented through videography and photography, so we request you refrain from taking pictures or videos during the formal ceremony. Additionally, we request you remain seated and avoid standing or walking in the aisles once the official ceremony begins. Thank you, everybody. Kindly be seated. May I request nominee of Registrar, Shri Ashish Apte, to take over the proceedings.
I now request Shri Akhilesh Rathi, nominee of our Chancellor, to declare Convocation 2025 of our Indore campus open.
I declare the 7th Convocation of SBM Indore
2025 open.
Thank you, sir. I request Shri Ajay Bankra, Honorable Mentor of SVKM's NMIMS Indore, to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed Chief Guest, Shri Gunjan Shah, by presenting a bouquet. Thank you, sir. May I now request the nominee of Honorable Chancellor, Shri Akhilesh Rathi, to felicitate our Chief Guest, Shri Gunjan Shah, with a memento as a token of appreciation and gratitude. Thank you, sir. May I now request Pro Vice Chancellor and nominee of Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sharad Maikar, to deliver his welcome address.
Good morning to you all. Chief guest for the 7th convocation of the MBA program, Shri Gunjan Shah, MD and CEO, Bata Limited. Nominee of the Honorable Chancellor, Akhilesh Rathi ji, who is also the mentor for the Indore campus. Shri Ajay Bankra ji, member of the LPC Indore. Dr. Anshuman Jaswal, Director Indore campus. Shri Ashish Apte, Controller of Examination. Deans, Associate Deans, Chairpersons, faculty members and staff, invited guests, graduating students and proud parents. Let me at the outset welcome our Chief Guest Sri Gunjan Shah, an established corporate leader for the 7th Convocation, 7th MBA Court Convocation at Indore. We at NMIMS are grateful to you for accepting our invitation for the graduation ceremony and gracing this occasion. I will also welcome you all for the convocation of the MBA programs of Indore campus. It is indeed a proud moment for NMIMS as well as graduating students and parents. Let me, on behalf of all of us present here, applaud efforts of students and proud parents for the journey of success so far. A graduation ceremony is indeed special for all of us. I have seen the Indore campus grow from 2016 onwards during the several statutory body visits that have taken place at this campus and subsequently over the last 9 years. I must say that the infrastructure is now matching up to NMIMS standards, but that's not the end. We at NMIMS want to also ensure that academic standards match up with the reputation NMIMS has established. And in this endeavor, the contribution of the PG program and especially this cohort is immense. At NMIMS, we recognize that the first 7 to 8 batches have special significance in the history of the institute in bringing name and fame and glory to the institute. Therefore, you must all feel proud of the NMIMS brand that you represent. While all of you are entering the professional world, you must remember that this is also time for introspection. We all recognize that these are challenging times where disruption is the order of the day. In the management jargon, all of you know this is called the VUCA world. More so in the tariff-led disruption, where the things are changing by the hour, where technology is disrupting businesses rapidly. Newer and different business models are coming into existence and collapsing in a matter of time also. Organizations are being built quickly around these models, and at the same time, these organizations are disrupted and wiped out quickly. In such challenging times, new paradigms of leadership are emerging. Lack of ethics and morality in functioning is creeping back in many cases. We should be conscious of this unwarranted behavior. This age especially has become sensitive to the minute-to-minute behavior of the leadership, especially with the social media intrusion in our life and society. Disruption also means response to situations has to be fast. Action at the speed of thought, as they say, should be practiced. Many a times, strategy and execution go hand in hand. Changes have to be addressed by multiple teams to ensure a quick, agile, and yet an appropriate response. NMIMS has been very responsive to challenges thrown in different times over the last 5 to 6 years. The vision of our Honorable Chancellor Shri Amrish Bhai Patel and the emergence of mentors at all campuses has ensured that NMIMS is agile and flexible while keeping focus on quality. Sri Akhilesh Rathi ji, mentor to the Indore campus, who is present for the convocation today, and Sri Ajay Bankla ji and Sri Arvind Banthia ji, local purchase committee members, are all prominent torchbearers of the SVKM mission. We are indeed fortunate to have such mentors at NMIMS. The level and standing of an institute is judged by its response in difficult times. Over the last few years, NMIMS has ensured consistency of academic delivery, training programs for faculty and staff, and maintained the academic schedule as described in the academic calendar. This could happen only because of the excellent human resources that we have, along with the deep technology penetration. Over the last year, NMIMS has been focusing on 4 important building blocks of knowledge creation, teaching and learning excellence, stakeholder engagement, and enhancing perception. In this direction, a massive effort has been taken to ensure that there is multi-campus coordination of all programs. This is gradually ensuring uniform and quality delivery across all programs and campuses, though I must say we have a long way to go. SVKM, the parent trust, has a great legacy, history and heritage of more than 90 years. The NMIM is deemed to be university as a journey of excellence of 20 plus years. In this 20-year journey, the university has made rapid strides and is recognized in the higher education sector as a leader in the higher education delivery. Receiving A+ grade in NAC accreditation with a score of 3.59 in the 3rd cycle, thereby receiving category 1 autonomous status awarded by the Ministry of Education. International accreditations like AACSB and EBET for the management and engineering programs are among the few notable achievements in the long list. This year, we have scaled newer heights. We have received reaccreditation for our business school programs in Mumbai. The business school has also featured in the top 100 FT rankings and has been recognized for placements, alumni satisfaction and progression, diversity, and a high women faculty percentage. Recently, we have also received ECOS accreditation for SBF Mumbai. The Indore campus is fortunate to be led by Dr. Anshuman Jaswal. With his vast Indian as well as international experience, he is doing a lot of good to the Indore campus. Dear students, as you graduate, you will be inheriting a proud and a privileged legacy, the NMIMS legacy of values, beliefs, vision, and sustained efforts to translate the vision into values and then into action. NMIMS has a strong legacy of providing quality education to aspiring students coming from different cross-sections of the society. NMIMS legacy is built on 5 important pillars of excellence, employability, innovation, responsiveness, and collegiality. I must say that Indore campus has been a prominent torchbearer of this legacy. As you enter a new place of work, you should also smell and sense the legacy of the organization that you are going to go to. One day, each one of you will become a leader in some form or the other. Remember, a leader with his own thoughts and beliefs should motivate and inspire. Dreaming big is important, but more important is dream plus action plan and execution that leads to success. As leaders, you should strive to strengthen the organizational culture. In all these efforts, you must remember that technology is a great enabler, but also a source which can destroy the legacy that you have built. As leaders, you should also remember what one management guru said: great leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. The legacy that NMIMS has provided to you and the hard work that you have put in and you will be continuing to do so will help you in succeeding, and this has to ensure that you leave footprints on the sands of time if you want to be remembered. As students emerging into a professional world, you should also ponder over leadership and legacy issues day in and out. Always ask, what do you want to be known for, and take pride in you, whatever you are, and your alma mater. Remember, you will be known as NMIMS ambassadors henceforth. You are bound to succeed provided you remain rooted and firm to your beliefs. Indeed, the future is bright for all of you, and for this bright future, you need to follow simple principles in life and business, which have been imbibed on you by your family and institutions like NMIMS. Before I conclude, I wish to quote our former Prime Minister, late Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. He, in his speech delivered on December 28, 2002, at the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the UGC, he said, and I quote, and this is a very important quote for all of us: education in the truest self of the term is a process of self-discovery. It is the art of self-sculpture. It trains the individual as much as in specific skills and specific branch of knowledge, but more importantly, in the flowering of his or her talent, intellectual, artistic, and humanist capacities. This quote embodies the spirit with which all of you should embark on your career. All the best to you, and once again I welcome you to this graduation ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Director, Indore Campus, Dr. Anshuman Jaiswal, to present the review of SVKM's NMIMS School of Business Management, Indore for 2023-25.
Thank you. So I'll just take you through the batch review report for this batch. After the successful completion of 3 batches, each of the full-time PGDM and full-time MBA programs, the School of Business Management at NMIMS Indore successfully started its 4th full-time MBA batch as part of one MBA program on 3rd June 2023. The program commenced with an orientation program on 3rd June designed to acclimatize students to the management environment and develop the values, beliefs, and mindset required. There were 150 students in the batch, with 63% male and 37% female students. The students came from all over India, 31% from the west, 30% from the north, 24% from central India, 13% from the east, and 3% from the south. This brought in a variety of cultures and perspectives to the classroom. Our students had diverse educational backgrounds such as engineering, commerce, science, fashion management, IT, biotechnology, management, arts, psychology, and agriculture. Most students also had 1 to 3 years of work experience, which made class discussions and group activities richer. The MBA program ran for 2 years across 6 trimesters. It included core subjects, electives, workshops, and internships, giving students a complete learning experience. In the first year, students studied 31 courses and earned 66 credits. This included 3 electives, 2 workshops, a 3-week civic internship called WeCare in the 3rd trimester. They also worked with NGOs, CSR teams, and government organizations across India to better understand the social realities and contribute meaningfully. Over and above, students also did an 8-week internship, summer internship, from April to May 2024. The school also organized soft skills and employability workshops for all students in the first and second years, as well as in the areas of financial markets, Six Sigma, data analytics, to name a few. In the second year, the focus was on electives, which allow students to choose subjects based on their career goals. A total of 53 elective subjects were offered in the areas like marketing, finance, operations, HR, analytics, and strategy, adding up to 156 credits. There was a compulsory course on capstone business simulation, which helped the students in developing their business acumen and taking critical decisions. Outside the classroom, this batch was very active. It had 16 class, 4 societies, and 3 committees that organize events related to academics, sports, culture, social awareness, and leadership. Students participated in and organized many activities like expert lectures, management conclave, case decisions, stock market games, quizzes, business competitions, community visits, cultural programs, and more. These events were conducted both online and offline. Students got the chance to interact with industry leaders from sectors like manufacturing, FMCG, telecom, finance, logistics, and consulting. They also learned from HR leaders, CFOs, marketing experts, and analytics professionals. Many students completed extra certifications like the Lean Six Sigma, Green Belt, Bloomberg certification, and NIMS certifications, which helped them enhance their skills. During the summer internship, students worked in companies like Amul, Max Healthcare, ICICI Bank, Pepe Jeans, Anand Rathi Group, Adani Port, and CRISIL. They worked in roles such as sales and marketing interns, HRBP interns, and business development interns, manufacturing and supply chain interns. The, students got job offers in the second year in areas like project management, digital banking, sales, HR, and analytics, with top recruiters being ICICI Bank, RBL Bank, Aditya Birla Capital, SCL Technologies, CRISIL, Concilio, WNS, Kantar, Mantram Technofab, and Digit Insurance. Roles offered included Senior Production Manager, Assistant Project Manager, Management Trainee for Digital Banking, Sales Trainee, and HR Manager. In conclusion, the MBA batch of 2023 to 2025 stood out for its diverse backgrounds, strong academics, and industry readiness. With a balanced curriculum, real-world learning, and successful placements, these students are well prepared to make an impact in the business world. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The road to success is paved with challenges, but it is the passion, curiosity, and the desire to grow that lights the way forward. And we, at School of Business Management, Indore, have always focused on cultivating qualities such as hard work, perseverance, and integrity in our students. Today, the success of our graduates serves as a testament to the effectiveness of this approach. The path our students have walked has been anything but easy, marked by long nights of study and moments of introspection. And through this, they displayed remarkable resilience, determination, and a persistent focus on their dreams. Today, they stand before us as a shining example of their growth and limitless potential to accomplish remarkable feats. May I now request Associate Dean, SVKM's NMIMS School of Business Management, Indore, Dr. Suman Chakrabarti, to kindly take over the proceedings. I request Honorable Mentor, SVKM NMIMS Indore, Shri Ajay Bankra, to come forward to confer the degrees to the graduating students. And I also request Director, Indore Campus, Dr. Anshuman Jaswal, to come forward to accompany Shri Ajay Bankra.
ये लिस्ट है ना. So before I start, a big congratulations to all of you. Divya Dhalwani, Satakshi Rawat, Vaibhav Gupta, okay, Ashish Kumar Mishra, Drashti Thakur, Manvi Singh, Ishika Khandelwal, Bharat Sharma, Bharat Sharma, yes, Mihir Shah, Rohini Barapatre, ठीक है. हर्षिल कायस्थ, उन्नति अग्रवाल, मौर्या लंगलिया, आराधिता वर्मा, रूफिया फरजीन खान, मानवी सतह, अनुज गर्ग, रुचि नागपाल, हिरतेश चावला, अनिकेत दास, स्मिथ जावेरी, अनिका वर्मा, साइना बेहरा, अमित शर्मा, नीरज दंगयाच, कुमार प्रेम, कृतिका योगी, गौरव मित्तल, ध्यानी ठक्कर, ध्रुमिल द्विवेदी, रोनित खत्री, रिया टंडन, विशाखा सरोगी, राघवेंद्र शर्मा, मयंक त्रिपाठी, अविरल बाजपेयी, चिराग सुरेखा, वर्षा छाबड़िया, आदर्श श्रीवास्तव, हेत ठक्कर, प्रांशु, हेमंत शाह, आयुष जैन, निराली ओदेद्रा, क्षितिज बर्णवाल, कशिश गांधी, ध्रुविल तातेड़, नवजोत कर, प्रियंका अवतानी, अक्षत सिंह, ओम गाड़ीवाला, सलोनी परमार, अंशुल आनंद, प्राची बहती, यश भाटिया, ईशान मंदिरित्ता, प्रज्ञा चौधरी, यश ग्रोवर, मयंक जैन, गोराल परमार, मानसी तिल्लानी, मिहिर कोठारी, रितिका मोटवानी, अतुल राजेंद्रन, दर्श कोडानकर, राधिका आहूजा, शिवांशु चैटर्जी, अंकन चक्रवर्ती, शिखर शर्मा, कान्हा शर्मा, यश मुंद्रा, संस्कार पारिक, परीक्षित सिंह, अंशिका त्यागी, मुस्कान चौधरी, दृष्टि अग्रवाल, अभिषेक, तुषित शर्मा, सुशांत सैनी, झिलमिल साहू, पलक मिश्रा, करिश्मा दलाल, हर्ष सोनी, गौरव हरकावत, भवनीत बेड़ी, आर्यन, धीरज शॉ, शशांक, ओजस्वी गुप्ता, पार्थ वत्सा, साहिल बंसाली, सक्षम नारंग, जूही कुलश्रेष्ठ, श्रेया सोलंकी, मनीवा गर्ग, उदिशी वर्मा, हर्षिता ओझा, धनंजय डांगे, आयुष सिन्हा, Arpit Vij, Mihir Sadwani, P. Hemchandran, Kartik Joshi, Aman Bansal, Satyajit Khamankar, Ambar Gupta, Gargi Karwa, Isha Chabra, Sugandha Kumar, Priya Bansal, Siddhant Chaudhary. Thank you once again all to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Honorable guests, 149 students of MBA 2023-25 batch have successfully completed the program. I request Pro Vice Chancellor and nominee of Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Sharad Maiskar to administer the oath to all who are present here and also to those who have been permitted to remain absent. I request all the graduating students present to rise for the oath.
Shall we? Okay. By virtue of the power vested in me by the Board of Management of SVKM's NMIMS as Pro Vice Chancellor, I hereby declare all of you who are present and those who are permitted to remain absent as admitted to the respective degrees. I hereby charge you to uphold the dignity and value of the degree awarded to you by this university in your life and profession. I request nominee of the Honorable Chancellor of SVKM's NMIMS, Shri Akhilesh Ratiji, to confer the degrees.
I hereby confer the degrees. Congratulations.
You have not received it. You have to say aye.
Thank you, sir. I request Director Indore Campus Dr. Anshuman Jaswal to administer the sustainability oath.
I. You have to take a name. You have to take a respective name. Pledge to lead with integrity. Championing sustainability. And social responsibility in all walks of life. In all walks of life. I will conserve resources. Promote equity. And act with accountability. Fostering a just and prosperous world. Guided by ethical principles. I commit to protecting our planet. and uplifting humanity. With transparency and moral courage, I will inspire others to do the same. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. I now request nominee of Registrar, Shri Ashish Apte, to present the register of the successful graduates to the nominee of Honorable Chancellor, Shri Akhilesh Rathi, for his signature. Thank you, sir. Each award presented today represents not just the dedication of the recipient, but also the encouragement and wisdom shared by mentors, peers, and loved ones. This ceremony celebrates their accomplishments while reminding us all the power of perseverance, creativity, and the relentless pursuit of excellence in every endeavor. As we present these awards today, let them serve as a reminder that education is not just about earning a degree, but about the journey of growth, discovery, and unabating pursuit of knowledge. May these achievements inspire us to continue learning and striving for excellence even beyond these walls. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to recognize the unyielding determination and consistency demonstrated by the students of the outgoing batch of School of Business Management, Indore. I would now like to request Director, Indore Campus, Dr. Anshuman Jaswal, to announce the much-awaited awards and medal winners. I request our Chief Guest, Shri Gunjan Shah, to present the certificates to the achievers of 2023-25. I request nominee of Honorable Chancellor, Shri Akhilesh Rathi, and Pro Vice Chancellor and nominee of Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sharad Maiskar, to accompany the guest.
We'll start with the Dean's list for the first year. First position, Ashish Kumar Mishra. Drumil Devedi. Divya Dhalwani. Drashti Thakkar. Bharat Sharma. Harshil Kayas. Aradhita Verma. Priyanka Aptani. Manvi Singh. Rufia Khan. Ishika Khandelwal. Shitesh Banwal. Now the Dean's List for the second year. Divya Dalwani. Ashish Kumar Mishra. दृष्टि ठक्कर. मानवी सिंह. इशिका खंडेलवाल. भरत शर्मा. मिहिर शाह. रोहिणी बरपात्रे. हर्षिल कायस्थ. उन्नति अग्रवाल. Araita Verma. Rufia Khan. Now for the rank holders student list, we have a joint first, Divya Dhalwani and Ashish Mishra. Darshi Thakkar in third position. Now for the best student award, it goes to Ayush Jain. Thank you, sir. You may please take the seat. Thank you.
Thank you, all the dignitaries, and heartiest congratulations to all the awardees. Ladies and gentlemen, I am privileged to introduce to you Chief Guest of the ceremony, Shri Gunjan Shah. Shri Gunjan Shah is an accomplished leader with more than 2.5 decades of experience in consumer durables, retail, FMCG, and telecom across developing and developed markets. He has been the Managing Director and CEO of Bata India Limited for over 2 years now. At Bata India, Mr. Gunjan Shah is responsible for expansion and growth of the footwear giant. Over the last 2 years, Bata India has seen significant strategies and initiatives, particularly in expansion through franchise network, casualization and premiumization of the brand, supply chain efficiencies, and IT transformation. Shri Gunjan Shah has a balanced leadership approach. He values bias over action, people development, clarity of thought, and most of all, believes in strong team collaboration. Prior to taking charge of Bata India, he was the Chief Commercial Officer at Britannia Industries. He led various functions: commercial, sales, marketing, and supply chain, helping Britannia deliver outstanding business results and a substantial growth and transformation agenda. He has extensive experience in leading countrywide GTMs and driving all key levers from designing the strategy, execution on ground, and conversion to results. He also led international business lines at Britannia and opened new opportunities for future revenue growth. He spent his early professional years with Asian Paints and Motorola across sales and marketing functions. In 2007, he moved to Britannia. He holds a Bachelor's of Technology from VJTI, Mumbai, and a postgraduate diploma in management from Indian Institute of Management, Kolkata. It is such a privilege to host you today, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request our chief guest, Shri Gunjan Shah, to address the students.
Hi everyone. Okay, thank you so much to the panel here, Akhilesh ji and the rest of the panel from Narsimon-ji, right, to give me the pleasure of being here. It is a privilege to be here. And while I was walking into the campus and I was, sitting here, seeing all of you, etc. Obviously, my memories went back, right? And I was a little more than 25 years, maybe 27 years or so, right? I was sitting in one of those chairs there, right? In a very, very similar situation. And I also know at that point in time, I was in no interest of any chief guest giving me any lecture at that point in time, right? So I was also thinking, therefore, that what should I talk to you all about, right? And I think even my panel members here, Mr. Rathi also gave me that maybe a better way of doing this, right, would be that we can do it also interactive. But so I will try and open it for questions. I love it. I have done that in campuses multiple times, right? And it has been fulfilling. I don't know for the audience, but it's been fulfilling for me, right? So, because I get to know what is there in your minds. Right now, I am just trying to share with you what is in my mind, right? But I was just trying to think that what should I talk about since I have been given a few minutes to speak, right? So, I see a few changes, by the way, right? From what I saw 27 years back when I was sitting there. The first thing that hit me was the number of girls in the batch. Right, I think the diversity has really moved leaps and bounds, and I think courtesy to Narsimon-ji Indore that in this batch we are seeing it. I'm sure it's there all across, right? That we have such a big shift. Just to give you an example, my batch was 330 odd people, right? And there were only 18 girls in that, right? What I can sense and what I could remember from the numbers is almost 40-50%, yeah. So I think that's a big shift, right? I can see some people giggling around, etc. But the fact is that it unlocks opportunities. I am sure there was enough caliber even that time, right? It's not as if caliber has changed, genetics has changed, right? The same caliber girls were there that time also. But the fact is that there is a conscious effort across the entire ecosystem to unlock. I think it has to go much, much longer. Your careers have just about started. So I think the world's got to do a lot more for many of you, especially the girls. But you have to be also conscious that there is unlocks happening, so don't limit your ambitions, right? So that's the first thing that I see. The second big thing that I see was the attire, right? I can see you all in traditional attire, and which I was told is a conscious thing. I think that's a very good thing. We are proud of our ethos and our heritage, and that's very good. The last one that struck me different was even when Anshumanji was talking about the report of the batch, etc. Was in summer internships, industry interactions were happening even then. The big change that I could hear was there were many areas that I could see consistently the entire angle of CSR coming in. It was not as much that time, right? So it's great to know that the young minds going out into the world now have a much better imbibing of social values, right? It does well because trust me, you all are still privileged in this world of India right now, right? The India is so large, you are even now, right? You might feel, I could be a little better. There are some people in some other companies, etc. But the fact is, you are in the top 1% of India right now, right? There is 99% of India which needs in some form or manner support, at least some part of it, right? So it's good to know that there are people like you are going to get into good positions, if not immediately, then over a period of time, you have some values built into you. So that's good to see, and obviously good to know that the campus is doing that. The other thing that was that even when I was, doing the rounds, maybe, trying to apply, do my MBA, etc., right? NMIMS was a go-to brand even that time, right? And good to know that it's a go-to brand even now, and more importantly, it's flourishing, right? I didn't know that it's got 8 campuses, right? And 5 MBA campuses, I believe, right? So good to know that, right? I hope it keeps flourishing going forward. It's my pleasure and privilege, therefore, to be here. As you step into the world, right? So I don't know what I can share with you. I mean, I can speak for hours, right? I just thought that, considering the stage at which you are, and as was discussed, you're stepping into many, hopefully, flourishing careers going forward. Some great corporate companies that were named. I'm sure there are many more that were not named. There are many more that you will hopefully get into down the line. I had some, pieces. Well, as I said, right, I mean, when I started off, I told you that, when I was sitting here, I was in no mindset to listen. I don't even remember, by the way, who was the chief guest for our convocation, right? So I don't want to become too overbearing, right, on what I would like to share, but I think there is 2 or 3 things that I would like to hopefully see if something remains with you all. First thing is that there is always going to be, in whichever role that you do, whichever company that you are, or whichever even startup that you start, right, there is always going to be opportunity for you to shine. Right, there will be frustrating times, there will be tough times. As I was discussing with someone, right, the first place I went to, I landed up in a village and I was staying there for 3 days. I didn't know, where my hotel was at that point in time. There was no hotel there, right? I was staying at someone's house, right, as part of my training program, right? But however, and many more life situations after that, right, there will be frustrating times, but there will be opportunities for each of you to shine. What differentiates one from the other, and trust me, I am assuming by default some of you will be on this stage another 20, 25, 7, 30 years down the line, right? But what differentiates one from the other is, one is that are you making sure that even in the toughest of situations, you're looking at the opportunities that lie in front of you. They will be there today, they might not be there today, they might be there tomorrow. What is very important is not only the ideas, but how much you are ready to put in discipline, sweat and action behind it. It cannot be just ideas. You are not going to be, at least initially, people who are going to give suggestions to people. You will have to do it and show it, right? And that's valued, right? So you are able to show persistence. It also shows resilience, right? Your ability to ram through obstacles, right? There will be obstacles that are there, right? Which is why there are challenges and opportunities. Otherwise, someone else would have a long time taken it away. The reason it's there is because there are obstacles. How do you make sure that you are persistently and doggedly behind removing obstacles so that you pursue your idea to whatever impact that is there? And last thing that is there is that everything that you do, you should be able to measure for yourself, right? For yourself first, and more importantly for yourself, so you get satisfaction, and then for the world, so that you are able to showcase it to them. Do remember this works in any aspect of life, whether you're working tomorrow in marketing somewhere, you're working in finance somewhere, you're working in consulting somewhere, you're working in, let's say, a software role somewhere. It always works. There are opportunities. Are you able to shine out the best? Are you able to persistently, doggedly put effort to convert that to action? And last, are you able to measure impact for yourself as well as for the world that you've run with it, right? A few other things as you go along in your life, right? I think one big thing is, do look for mentors, right? You would be bursting with ideas. I could see a lot of energy around, right? I need to find out why there were specific claps for a couple of individuals, but that I'll try and find out later on, right? But jokes apart, do look for mentors. There is a value for experience, right? And there will be people around you. My first mentor was a person who was just 1 year senior to me, right? And that person is still in touch with me. In fact, just 3 weekends back, we were in Udaipur together, right? The point is that they do bring in, right? I mean, in that initial stage, when I was moving from student life to corporate life, and what I believe is There is a large part of you who has not seen corporate life before this, etc. Right? When you're moving in, there is the benefit of someone who's been through it, has been through the troubles, the anxiety that comes, some of the tensions and pressure, stress that comes, and it's good to have a mentor and many other values that you will get as you go along in life, right? So do look for mentors, right? In around you, in your seniors, in your company that you join, etc. The second thing is that it's very critical that in this early stage of life, for sure, right? Always possible, but in this early stage of life, you are flexible, right? How do you say? The water finds its way. But the reason that water finds its way is because water is flexible, right? It will look for nooks and crannies where there is opportunity and how can I make my way through, right? So be flexible. Try and be as much as possible. This is the age in your life, at least the first 5-7 years, where you will not have too many personal overhangs on yourself, right? You will be most probably, health-wise the best, right? You will have energy. You will be able to work in 50 degrees in the sun, right? Without having most probably any issues, etc., right? Which you might not be having that flexibility down the line. Maybe, hopefully, you will have. But the piece is this first 5-7 years, be as flexible. Make sure that you are searching for opportunities and all the other stuff that I said earlier. Last but not the least, learning doesn't stop here, guys, right? You have just crossed one stage in a multi-stage journey of yours. It's a big stage. It's obviously it doesn't come easy. As I said, very few people get this opportunity. You all have done it. You all have obviously spent a lot of hard work in the last couple of years to reach here. But this is just one more stage to the next learning phase, right? Learning is a continuous process, and I am continuously learning, right? And this you should never leave out. You are never ever should you ever feel that you are the master of all, right? There's always opportunities to learn. There are people around you, below you, above you that you can always learn from. Keep that in mind if possible. I think with that I will open up for questions if that's allowed by the panel here, right? We all were not expecting it, but that's how life is, by the way. It's out of syllabus, right? Actually, the syllabus ends today, right? Now, whatever you will get will be out of syllabus, right? So, but I'm sure even the campus here does out of syllabus things for you, right? So, you should be good at handling these curveballs. So, yeah, who wants to raise the question? Okay. You want a mic or you can speak loudly? Okay. So I'll repeat the question for everyone else. I talked about opportunities, keep searching for them, etc. And in that context, sorry, what's your name?
So my name is
Dhrumil, right. He was saying that, does that mean I should be opportunistic or should I be loyal? And therefore, where does the balance lie, right? Okay. So there is a difference between opportunistic and opportunity, right? There's this, I don't know, many of you all are very young, but some of the people of my vintage will remember there was an Amitabh Bachchan movie, right, which is saying English is a funny language, right? Which was a famous dialogue in one of those iconic movie of his, right? So opportunistic and opportunity is very different, right? What I meant by opportunity was that even if I'm doing a certain job of mine, let's say I've been told to go and sell shampoo in, some 15 villages, right? Let's assume that, yeah. The piece is that I can, first thing is I need to learn what are others doing, right? What is the best way to do it? I don't know it at all. I'm just coming out of Indore campus, right? But as soon as I learn that, I should apply my mind. I am in the top 1% of this country. So I've got a mind. So I can apply that to search for opportunities. Can I do it differently? Can I do it better? What is the other things that I can do? Some ideas will work. Some ideas will fail. If they fail, let's move to the next idea. But that's what I meant by opportunity, right? And that's what I meant in a very small way, but in many other ways also. There might be opportunities which might be, for example, I have done it, right? There was a time in my life, let's say about 15 years back, right, where there was a job in my company, right, which was up for grabs, right, and no one wanted to do it, right, because it was, one is a very high pressure job, the second one was that it was obviously a not very popular job. You had to provoke people to change, right? So I can't speak much longer than that on this, right? Otherwise I can occupy the whole afternoon. But the piece was, it was not very popular, right? There was no one opting for it. I raised my hand, right? I did not need to, but I raised my hand. Yeah. The fact is that those are the kind of opportunities, Dhruval, that I'm talking about. The question that you're asking will always be there in front of you, right? I think you will have to find your own balance. There are pros and cons to, making sure. I think the value that I applied, right, whenever I was presented with this balance, right, was that is my learning curve continuously happening. The day I sense that my learning curve has flattened out, right, even in my first company, which I consider as a professional alma mater, right, the one that has given me my core values, let's say, right, I realized that, my learning curves flattened out, and is when I looked at an opportunity in that manner, right. But everyone for themselves, different people will have different factors. You will have different factors at different stages of your life, right. But be conscious, don't be hasty on it, is my only advice on that front. Okay. All right. Who's next? Okay, we'll go with the lady.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Navjot Kaur. Sir, whatever you have shared till now, we all could relate with you a lot, because even personally I could relate, because what I believe is that each one of us in this batch has created a place for themselves. Even though all of us couldn't make it to the Dean's List, we have created a place for us. So what I believe is that I have learned from everyone present here, but how to find the right mentor for me, like to whom I can go to, because it also carries a lot of responsibility. So
The responsibilities for
the mentor.
For the mentor, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. Sorry, what's your name? Navjot.
Navjot.
Okay. All right. So Navjot, I was not on the Dean's List, right? So that doesn't stop you from coming here 25 years down the line. Yeah. So I hope that will motivate you a little more,
Yes, sir.
right? Despite all the confidence that you are anyway showing. Actually, see, there are companies, and there are also organizations that do formal organized mentorship programs, right? If you're lucky, participate in it, right? But I never had one for a large part of my life. I mean, by that time I was the mentor, right? In those programs at least, right? Doesn't mean that I need a mentor even now. I have 3 people who are I consider as mentors, right? So the piece is that it's always going to be most probably you searching for mentors, and as I said, they might be from most unlikely places. But if you are continuously searching for it, Navjot, you will find. Right, and your mentor might as well be a friend of yours, right? Your mentor might as well be your father, right? Might have been already, who knows, right? I'm just trying to say that you have to keep searching for it, and for different areas and different context in your life, you'll have to look for different mentors, right? So maybe the person who was your mentor till now might not be a suitable mentor going forward, because that person doesn't connect to your situation maybe in a job tomorrow, right? So you will have to continuously look for it. Right. Yeah, there are some formal programs. You can join those also.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sorry, loudly your name. Parth. Yeah.
My question to you is, if you would have started your career in this dynamic world today, so how would have you articulated your goals? How would have you shortened that 25 or 30 years of time period from where you begin to where you are today?
Okay. I used to think that way even that time, but despite that, it took me 25 years to be here, right? So first thing, Parth, by the way, I saw 2-3 people did the daring thing, right? Nothing right or wrong, right? But the daring thing of touching the feet of the gentleman here, I believe you were one of them. I saw giggles around, but it also shows steely resolve of what you feel is right, right? There's nothing right or wrong, that's fine. So congrats on that. Coming back to the piece, okay, coming back to the piece that you mentioned, right, on how is the context changed? Implicit in what you're saying is life was not as dynamic 25 years back.
Yes, sir. Actually, the thing is, life was, challenges were then also, sir. Challenges are now also, but challenges are totally different.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's true, that's true. And life is, so I believe that, see, let's go by generations, right? If you go by generations also, right? Every generation sees change, right? So I'm saying that every father feels his son is not doing anything worthwhile, right? And that son becomes a father and he feels that his son is not doing anything worthwhile, right? So I mean, that is, I mean, क्या बोलते हैं ना, सत्य है जिंदगी का, right? So the point is that the change is happening much faster. And why is change happening much faster? For many, many reasons. I think the single largest reason is that ideas and people are far more connected, right? I mean, how do changes happen? Changes happen when we exchange ideas, right? Because of internet, because of the communication ease, etc., right? I mean, before that, when even let's say going back, let's say a century or two, there were no postcards also, right? So your ability to exchange ideas was so limited. So therefore, even great ideas could not get transplanted, could not be built upon, etc., right? So that's like a complete area of philosophy to get into. But the fact is that that's a reality of life, and I think the only piece that is there is that you will have to keep adapting to it even faster, right? And if you don't, in fact, there was another piece that I wanted to talk, but then I felt I had spoken too much, which was what you carry as a self-brand of your own. Right, while you will want to kind of go in life and hopefully in the next few years handle some brand, do some marketing stuff, etc. But the piece is that single largest brand that you own of your own is your own, right? What is Parth, right? Or what is Gunjan? You are a brand, people around you, right? And as you build your entire circle around you, you will be emanating a certain brand of your own. And then the principles of marketing, etc. apply to yourself. And I think you will have to keep evolving because the brand has to keep evolving, right? And that's my only answer to you, that I think the changes are faster than ever, right? And you will have to keep adapting even faster than ever. There are tools now available also that allow you to do it, right? But yeah, therefore the quest for learning at all points in time will always remain, even more so now. Okay.
No follow-up question.
Just when everyone felt that this is going to wrap up. You're not going to be very popular today, by the way, you know.
Sir, my question was regarding the first question. Like, even if you get an opportunity, and what if you fail? Like, so how did you handle that in your life?
And what's your name?
Akshat.
Akshat. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'll just rephrase the question for everyone as well as for myself, that while you should try and grab for opportunities, some of them by default are risky, and therefore what if I fail, right? And you know, how do you handle that? So, you know, there's this beautiful phrase, right? It's not a long one, right? But that has been, I would say, a reasonable guiding light for me myself, right? Akshat, has been ships are meant to sail and not stay at shores, right? The safest place for a ship is to be anchored at the shore, but that's not what you made ships for. Yeah. Yeah, that does not mean that you take blind risks, right? Obviously, you will become you are smart enough to balance out, to take calculated risks, to understand where your capabilities lie, therefore what is the right opportunity. I mean, tomorrow if someone comes and tells me, you know, why don't you become a batsman in this team, right? I mean, that's another risk or opportunity, right? But the fact is that do I have capability to become a batsman? No, right? So I'm saying that you will want to make sure that you do it in a little judicious manner. But however, right, ships are meant to sail, right? So if you don't take and grab and look for opportunities, forget opportunities coming to you. You've got to go for opportunities, right? There's someone else, obviously, who's going to be far more riskier ship than you, right? So, how do you handle failure is another part of the question, for sure. I have gone through it, right? So, and I'm sure I'm going to go through it sometime down the line also, right? In sometime in the future, right? You know, success and failure are, you know, proverbially two sides of the same coin, right? There are various definitions of it, by the way, right? So, I think the you know, while I mean it'll take too long for me to explain the context, etc. But the piece was that area where I felt that I had failed, right, was where I had got a team under me which I felt I had bonded really well with, etc., right? And I felt at some point in time that team betrayed me, right? Now I had spent 2 years, right, and I felt that they had betrayed me, yeah. I think there was a time for maybe a few weeks or a month, now I'm going back maybe some 20 years or something, right, that I felt, you know, very depressed in life, right. I mean, depressed, I remember medical depression, but the fact is that I felt sad that, you know, what went wrong, what did I do wrong, right, why couldn't I lead them properly or guide them properly, etc., right. So I felt doubts on my own capability, etc., right. But I think, you know, if it took me maybe a few weeks, but after that I could see enough signals around. That's where mentors help, right? And they help you also understand things in a little more balanced perspective. You are not just swayed by the heat of the moment at that point in time, etc. And you dust yourself, get up and start running again, right? And in fact, there is this, you know, you should try and see this, right? There is this TED talk that's there, that's on, you know, what is the secret ingredient to success, right? And there's this lady professor who does this TED talk, right? I think it's there on YouTube somewhere, right? You should see it. And cutting a long story short, after a whole bunch of research over some many years, right, that professor, after researching almost 20,000 profile people, right, over multiple decades, etc., what led to success, right, was a 4-letter word. What was it by any chance? Obviously, it's a 4-letter word we can say here, yeah. Anyone seen it by any chance? No. So the secret ingredient to success, right, and therefore overcoming failure, right, was a 4-letter word called grit, right. What matters most is not brilliance. It does not matter whether you are extremely talented or skilled. What matters is grit. Are you able to dust yourself, get out of the hole and again start walking, right? And people who are more often than not successful consistently over long periods of time are people who show grit, right, which is in another form resilience. Okay, I will now cut it short before we create one more unpopular person, right? Yeah, but I'm there for a few minutes, so I can always chat up offline. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I hope I didn't overrun the time, right? But thank you so much. Lovely. Wish you all the best, guys. Do well.
Before we close, can I ask him a question, one or two? Like, sir, everybody, I think at this stage of career, there is always a confusion among, you know, the package, I mean the greed versus the fear, whether I have to change a job or whether I have to take a certain sector. If there is a job which I am liking too much, company I am liking too much, but the salary is low, right? There is another opportunity. This all you will face in next couple of years. So I want his guidance on this subject, that how they should handle, how they should compare the opportunity of, you know, opportunity of growth versus maybe temporarily higher package or higher salary. Please guide on this.
Very valid, and I think maybe in a way that balance question was coming from there, but I didn't maybe go into that space, right, directly. But thank you for bringing it out so sharply, and I think that that kind of dilemma will come to you you will get better at that decision as years go by, right? As you go through it, you stumble through it, you will realize what is the right road to take, right? And I don't know how much I say now is going to make sense to them, right? So, but however, I'll try and share, and maybe some of you might be able to absorb it, right? Rest of you might have to just stumble and learn, right? Just like many of us have done most probably in life, right? I think the piece, and that's what I was also saying, I think the piece that you should be looking for, at least in the first few years, till the time you get, so, you know, the parallel that is there is that I'm looking, you know, when I think about when do I want to send my son to, let's say, for example, a hostel, right? I feel that the right time to send him, right, where is basically once he completes, you know, let's say, for example, the 12th standard, right? Now, why do I feel that? There's a debate with my wife, etc. The piece is that I feel that at least that he's got some sense of balance between right and wrong, some understanding of what choices the person should make, etc. Therefore, make the right limits on whatever pieces that, you know, life will throw at him, etc. Similarly, I think you will find that balance for yourself, and I don't think there's a one golden truth answer, by the way, Akhilesh, right? But I would suggest be extremely choosy and careful in the first 4 or 5 years. That's the piece where by that time you will hit the proverbial 12th standard, in my mind, right? By that time you would have found out what kind of a person you are, what kicks you, what, you know, gives you that kick and therefore that extra motivation in life. Is it money? Is it not? What is it that you have to sacrifice for that money, etc. All of that you will be able to visualize and therefore make better choices. So the first 4 or 5 years, I think maybe, you know, bouncing off with someone else, not making a knee-jerk reaction, you know, trying to check with 4 or 5 people, maybe professors here who can guide you, who have seen students go through these cycles in the first 4 or 5 years might be good. After that, I'm sure you will be a much better answer for yourself than any one of us.
Very well said. I'll just add one line to this, that in my opinion, whatever 35 years of industrial experience I have, the first 5 to 7 years should be focused heavily on learning and not on earning. Because learning, if it is done properly, earning will flow automatically. And temporarily, there could be short-term goals, short-term high earning, but if you want to reach where Gunjan has reached in much younger age, then I think your initial focus should be very strong on learning, exposure, and take extra pain, extra opportunity, do somebody else's work, because that extra spectrum will ensure a pathway for you going up much faster and earning much more money at that stage while sacrificing something initially. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm certain that each one of us here is feeling motivated, enlightened, and inspired. Your words will stay with us, echoing in our minds for a long time to come. Thank you. Now, I request Associate Dean, School of Business Management, Indore, Dr. Suman Chakravarti, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is said no duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. And on this momentous occasion, the 7th Convocation of SBKM's NMIMS School of Business Management, Indore, it is both my honor and privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks. Let me begin by offering our gratitude to the Almighty, whose blessings have guided us through this journey and brought us all together to celebrate this special day. We are deeply honored by the presence of our chief guest, Sri Gunjan Shah, MD CEO of Bata India Limited. Sir, thank you for taking time out of your demanding schedule to grace us with your inspiring words. Your presence has truly elevated this occasion. Our sincere gratitude to Shri Amrish R. Patel, Honorable Chancellor of SBKM's NMIMS University, whose vision and blessings have always been the guiding light behind every milestone we achieve. A special word of thanks to our esteemed mentors of Indore campus, Shri Akhilesh Rathi, Shri Arvind Bantia, and Shri Ajay Bakra. Your resolute support, encouragement, and presence today means a lot to all of us. Thank you for being our constant pillar of strength. We are also grateful to Dr. Sharat Maheshkar, nominee of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, for his gracious presence and invaluable guidance. A heartfelt thank you to Dr. Anshuman Jaswal, Director NMIMS Indore. Sir, your leadership and meticulous effort have been instrumental in making this convocation a grand success. We truly appreciate your unwavering support all the time. Our gratitude also goes to Shri Ashish Apte, nominee of Registrar, for his continued support and valuable inputs. To all our distinguished guests, proud parents, and well-wishers, thank you for being here to celebrate achievements for our graduating students. Your blessings and encouragement make this day even more meaningful. A special appreciation to faculty members, administrative staff, student volunteers, media partners, and the organizing committee. Your dedication, hard work, coordination have ensured a flawless and memorable convocation. To our graduates, today marks a proud moment in your journey. On behalf of SBKM's NMIMS family, we extend our warmest congratulations. You are now part of our ever-growing alumni community. We look forward to staying connected, witnessing the amazing contribution you will make in this world. As you step into the next chapter of your life, we wish you continued success, wisdom in every decision, and happiness in all your pursuits. But before I end this, I would like to request you, all of you, to put your hands together for your teachers all sitting here, those who have taught you for 2 years. They'll always be with you forever. We always have emotional connect with you all. Thank you, and may this day remain etched in your memory as a celebration of hard work, dedication, and achievement. I'm sure we'll be always proud of you. Warm regards, once again congratulations to the class of 23-25. God bless you, and we'll miss you too.
Thank you, sir. I now request nominee of Registrar, SVKM's NMIMS, Shri Ashish Apte, to kindly take over the proceedings.
I'll request Shri Akhilesh Rathi, nominee of Honorable Chancellor of NMIMS, to declare convocation of Indore campus 2025 as closed.
I declare the 7th convocation of the School of Business Management 2025 closed.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the close of the 7th convocation ceremony, may I now request all present to kindly rise in honor of National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Dear students, This moment marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new journey, where your dreams, courage, and passion will shape the future. As a signing off note, I congratulate all the graduating students for their achievement. Thank you once again. And welcome to NMIMS alumni family. We look forward to staying connected, of course. Please remain standing till the academic procession leaves the auditorium. May I now request the dignitaries on the desk to lead the procession to assemble at the reception area for the photo shoot, please. The fact okay. Okay. All the students, you all are again requested to be there at the reception area for the photo shoot. I request the medal winners and best student awardee to proceed to conference room 102.